Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teacher English Speaking Channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Lucy.
Hello, Lucy. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Tom. I'm feeling really relaxed today.
Relaxed? That's nice. Why is that?
You know, last night I spent about an hour just playing the guitar. It wasn't perfect, but it was so much fun. It really helped me unwind.
That's wonderful, Lucy. Playing the guitar is such a great hobby.
It is. And it made me think. Talking about our hobbies is one of the best ways to make new friends.
That's the perfect topic for today. So, everyone, today we're going to master how to talk about your hobbies in English. We will learn the easiest ways to ask and answer questions about what you love to do.
Exactly. And if you're ready to learn, show us some love by hitting that like button and subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
Okay, Lucy, we are here to talk about hobbies. This is one of my favorite topics.
Me too, Tom. It's how you learn interesting things about people. So, where do we start?
Let's start with the most important part, how to ask the question.
Right. How do you ask someone about their hobbies?
The most famous question, of course, is, what are your hobbies? Hobbies. Hobbies.
What are your hobbies? It's a good question, it's clear, but sometimes it can feel a little direct, like a test.
I agree. It's a little formal. In a friendly, natural conversation, I like to ask a different question. My favorite is, what do you like to do in your free time?
Oh, I love that question. Free time. What does free time mean, Tom?
Free time is your relaxed time. It's the time when you are not working, not studying, and not busy. It's your time for fun.
That's a perfect explanation. So, what do you like to do in your free time? It's so friendly.
Another great one is, what do you do for fun?
What do you do for fun? Also very friendly and casual.
Exactly. So, everyone listening, you can ask, what are your hobbies? That is 100% correct. Or, you can sound very natural and friendly and ask, what do you like to do in your free time?
Wonderful. So, Tom, I will ask you, what do you like to do in your free time?
Great question, Lucy. Now we need to learn how to answer.
This is the most important part. Let's start with the easiest, simplest answer. It is, I like.
It's perfect. Simple, clear, and easy.
When we use I like, we usually add a verb, an action word, with ing at the end.
What do you mean?
For example, I like read. No, that sounds strange. We say, I like reading.
So I like watch movies. Number, I like watching movies.
You got it. I like cooking. I like playing video games. I like listening to music.
This -ing is very important. It turns the verb, like play, into an activity, like playing.
Exactly. You can also use I like with just a noun, a thing. For example, I like books. I like movies. I like music.
Both are perfect. I like books or I like reading.
Wonderful. Now, what if you don't just like it? What if you really like it?
Then you need a stronger word. You can say, I love.
I love. L-O-V-E. This shows strong feeling.
Yes. For example, Lucy, you said you played the guitar. You can say, I love playing the guitar.
I love playing the guitar. It sounds so much stronger than I like.
What's a hobby you love, Lucy?
I love painting. Painting. I love painting on weekends.
That's a perfect example. I love painting. I love soccer. I love playing soccer with my friends.
So, we have I like and the stronger version, I love.
Now, I want to give our listeners one more word. It makes you sound very smart and very natural. The word is I enjoy.
Enjoy. Enjoy. That's a great word. What does enjoy mean?
It just means like. It's almost the same. I like reading is the same as I enjoy reading.
I enjoy reading. It sounds very nice. I enjoy walking in the park.
I enjoy gardening. Gardening is when you grow plants and flowers. Gardening.
I enjoy gardening. So, everyone, you have 3 great choices. I like, I love, and I enjoy. And they all usually follow with an apostrophe-ing word.
Now, Lucy, just saying I like reading is a good answer, but it's a little short. How can we make the conversation better?
That is a great question. You can add a little more detail. You can say when you do your hobby.
Oh, good idea. For example, I like reading on weekends.
I love painting in the evening.
I enjoy gardening in the summer. This adds more information and makes the conversation easy.
You can also say who you do the hobby with.
I like watching movies with my family.
I love playing soccer with my friends.
I enjoy cooking dinner for my partner.
That is so much better than just I like cooking. It tells a story.
Okay, so you ask a question, I give my answer. I like reading on weekends. Now what? Is the conversation finished?
No, this is where you keep the conversation going. Now you need to ask a new question, like, how often do you...
Ah, this is a great one. How often? What does often mean, Lucy?
Often, OFTEN, means how many times. Are you doing it every day? Once a week? Sometimes? How often?
So, if I say, I love playing soccer, you can ask,
Oh, cool. How often do you play soccer?
if you say, I enjoy painting, I can ask,
How often do you paint?
this is the best question to ask next. It shows you are interested.
So, how do we answer how often?
It's easy. You can use simple time words. For example, if you do it every single day,
You say, every day. How often do you read? I read every day.
what about just on Saturday and Sunday?
You can say, on weekends. I play guitar on weekends.
What if it's only one time in the week?
You can say, once a week. Once, ONCE, means one time. I go to the gym once a week.
What about 2 times?
We say, twice a week. Twice, TWICE, means 2 times. I call my mom twice a week.
And if it's 3 times? 4 times?
Then you just say 3 times a week, 4 times a week.
What if you don't have a plan? Just when you feel like it.
Then you use the best word, sometimes. SOMETIMES. How often do you cook? I sometimes cook. Maybe once or twice a week.
Sometimes is a perfect answer. What if you almost never do it?
You can say, not very often. How often do you go hiking? Not very often. I'm too busy.
These are so useful. Every day, on weekends, twice a week. sometimes, and not very often.
This is so much good information. I think we need to practice.
Yes! Let's try a quick role play so everyone can see how it works in a real conversation.
Great idea. Let's pretend we are new colleagues at work. We are in the kitchen getting coffee.
Okay, I like that. You start.
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
Hey, Lucy. I'm doing great, thanks. Just getting my coffee.
Me too. So, Tom, we work together, but I don't know much about you. What do you like to do in your free time?
Oh, that's a nice question. Well, I really enjoy playing sports. I'm on a soccer team.
Oh, fun! I'm not very good at sports. How often do you play soccer?
We practice twice a week, on Tuesday and Thursday, and we have a game every Saturday.
Wow, you are busy.
I love it. What about you, Lucy? What do you do for fun?
I like to do quieter things. I love reading, and I also enjoy cooking.
Reading is great. What kind of books do you read?
I like mystery books. You know, with a detective.
Cool. And you said you enjoy cooking? How often do you cook?
I cook almost every day. I like to make dinner for my family.
That is wonderful. My hobby is eating.
Well, we should have lunch one day.
That's a great idea.
And scene.
That was a perfect role play, Lucy. It felt so real.
It did. And see, everyone? We used all the phrases. We asked, what do you like to do in your free time?
And you answered with, I love reading and I enjoy cooking.
Then you asked, how often do you play? And I asked, how often do you cook?
And we answered with, twice a week and every day.
And we even asked a new question. What kind of books do you read?
This is how you make a conversation. You ask, you answer, and you ask another question.
You can all do this. It's easy and fun. That was a fantastic role play, Tom. It shows how a simple conversation about hobbies can be so easy and natural.
I agree. You see, everyone, you don't need big, complicated words. You just need the right phrases and a friendly smile.
So, to review, let's go over the most important phrases from today.
First, how to ask the question. Don't just say, what are your hobbies? Try a more natural question like, what do you like to do in your free time? Or, what do you do for fun?
Second, how to answer. The easiest way is using I like, I love, or I enjoy, plus the activity with ing. I like reading. I love playing soccer. I enjoy cooking.
And finally, how to keep the conversation going. Show you are interested. Ask, how often do you paint? And then listen to their answer.
Those 3 steps are the perfect recipe for a great conversation. And what's our number 1 tip for our listeners today?
My golden tip is, don't be afraid to ask.
Ooh, that's a good one. What do you mean by that?
Sometimes we are very shy. We are afraid our English is bad or that we will make a mistake. So we just stay quiet. We answer, I like reading, and then we stop.
That is so true. The conversation ends and you feel sad.
Exactly. But you must remember, people love talking about themselves. Everyone loves to share their hobbies. When you ask them, what do you do for fun, or how often do you play soccer, you are giving them a gift.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. You are not being annoying. You are being friendly.
Yes. So don't be afraid. Ask the question. Be curious. The other person will be happy to talk to you, even if your grammar isn't perfect. Just try.
That is the best advice. Be brave and be friendly.
That's perfect advice, Lucy. Be brave and be friendly. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. We hope this lesson helps you make new friends by talking about your hobbies. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified about our next lesson.
And for today's practice question, we want to know, what is one hobby you have?
It can be just one word: reading, cooking, or soccer. Leave your answer in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
Until next time, keep practicing and have a great day.
Goodbye, everyone.